Imagine your morning commute, your inbox, and even the way you write emails transforming overnight. In March, Google didn't just tweak an algorithm, they fundamentally rewired how we interact with information. From Gmail learning your writing style to Docs generating entire articles in seconds, this wasn't a beta test for insiders. It was a global rollout that changed the digital landscape forever. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on exactly what happened when Google unleashed these generative powerhouses, why it matters more than just cool tech, and how you can use these tools to outpace the competition. Stick around because by the end of this video, your workflow will look completely different. Let's start right where most people spend their day, inside Gmail. Before March, AI was often a separate tool you had to hunt down and activate. After these updates, it became invisible. Google didn't just add a Compose with AI button, they embedded intelligence directly into the threading of your email. When you receive a complex chain, the system now instantly summarizes the thread, flagging action items and sentiment without you lifting a finger. But the real magic happened when you started typing replies. The model learned not just to paraphrase, but to mimic your tone. If you usually write concise bullet points, the AI suggested concise bullets. If you are known for polite, verbose correspondence, it matched that cadence perfectly. We saw this in early beta tests with trusted testers who reported a 40% reduction in drafting time for standard corporate communications. It wasn't just about speed, it was about context retention. The system could recall previous decisions made in the same thread days ago and reference them naturally in the new draft. This moved AI from being a spell checker to a genuine communication partner, handling the mundane back and forth so you could focus on strategy. For professionals drowning in correspondence, this shift meant reclaiming hours every single week, effectively turning the inbox from a black hole into a manageable stream of high-value interactions. The impact ripples directly over into Google Docs, where the stakes for creativity and productivity are highest. Previously, facing a blank page was the biggest hurdle in content creation. The March update shattered that barrier by introducing generative experiences that understood not just grammar but narrative structure. Users could input a vague idea like a blog post about sustainable gardening, and within seconds receive a structured outline with actual paragraphs written, complete with headings and logical flow. This wasn't generic filler, it was context-aware content generation. The model pulled from the document's existing data to maintain consistency in voice and terminology. For students working on research papers or marketers launching campaigns, this meant the initial, heavy lifting of drafting was handled autonomously. We observed that creators who utilized these features were able to iterate through ideas much faster, treating the AI as a brainstorming engine rather than just a writing assistant. The ability to generate multiple variations of an introduction allowed users to play with tone instantly, shifting from formal to casual in a click. This democratized high-level writing skills, allowing anyone with a spark of an idea to produce polished, publishable content almost immediately. With great power comes great responsibility, and Google knew that releasing these capabilities required robust infrastructure. The updates rolled out alongside significant enhancements in AI detection features, particularly within educational institutions using Chromos and Google Classroom. This was a critical pivot point. Earlier models sometimes hallucinated facts or struggled to distinguish between creative fiction and established data. The March iteration introduced stricter grounding mechanisms that reduced factual errors significantly while maintaining the fluidity of generation. However, the most profound change was in transparency. The system began providing clearer indicators when content was AI-generated, addressing concerns about academic integrity and misinformation head-on. In educational settings, teachers gained new tools to detect patterns typical of machine generation, allowing for a more nuanced approach to assessment that focused on critical thinking rather than just output volume. This balance between generative freedom and safety was the hallmark of this release. It signaled a maturation phase where AI moved from being a novelty experiment to a reliable utility integrated into society's core infrastructure. The focus shifted from "can it do it?" to "can we trust what it does?" So, how do you leverage this without getting overwhelmed? The key is to stop viewing the AI as an autonomous writer and start treating it as a collaborative partner. Don't ask it to write your whole article. Ask it to expand on one specific section or refine your argument's logic. Use the summarization tools in Gmail to prep for meetings, but always verify the extracted action items before sending them off. Treat the generated drafts in docs as rough sketches that you must polish and personalize with your own unique voice and experiences. The biggest mistake people make is accepting the first output. The real value lies in the iteration loop. Use the AI to generate 10 different headlines, then manually select and tweak the 3 best ones. Let it handle the data heavy lifting of summarizing long reports, but ensure you add your own strategic insights on top. By integrating these tools into a human-in-the-loop workflow, you aren't replacing your creativity, you are amplifying it. You free yourself from the drudgery of initial drafting and administrative noise, allowing your unique perspective to shine through in the final product. The March updates weren't just a software patch. They were a paradigm shift that integrated intelligence into the very fabric of our digital tools. From smarter emails to instant document creation, Google proved that AI could be both powerful and practical for everyday use. The technology is now mature enough for widespread adoption, offering genuine efficiency gains across every sector. If you want to stay ahead in this new era of work, you need to master these workflows today. Hit like if you found this breakdown valuable. Subscribe for more deep dives into the tech that shapes our future. And drop a comment below with your thoughts on how you plan to integrate these tools into your daily routine.